morning. Actually, I'm here representing myself as well as the governor.
How, what is the trajectory of change within 12 to 18 months?
The sustainability of this empowerment is taking women to the next level.
Empowerment does not mean entitlement.
Good to see you, sir.
Same thing here. Good to be here.
How has your experience been at the conference?
It's fun. A lot of very impressed by the young women who have their great ideas. There's a lot of hope for the future. When you see young people in enterprise, it's amazing.
What's your advice for people who have not woken up? Because there are actually a lot of people who would rather sit on their beds and scroll through social medias and admire pictures rather than actually doing the thing that would make them feel better in the next 5 years. So what's your advice for them?
My advice for them is hunger is coming.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Hunger is coming.
It's coming. It creeps up little by little. It creeps up, hunger and poverty. They come up gently, and they catch you when you're asleep. So those people who are still waiting to be woken up, hunger is coming.
So by God's grace, I'll be one of the hosts for the Eloy Awards this year. So I'm here as a support system for the amazing work that Tewa is doing.
Wow, that's nice. So how impressed are you at the turn up of ladies?
So basically when she had mentioned it, I was a bit worried because I know how it is with conferences in Nigeria and how you can put out all the information and there'll be nobody else to turn up for you and all of that. So I was a bit worried, but coming here today, seeing all these ladies who were so thirsty for knowledge, just sitting here and just gleaning all the knowledge, it made me so amazed. And so I'm happy, I'm impressed, very impressed, and I'm grateful to God for what he's doing through her.
So what's your take home from this event? What have you learned? What would you do differently in your life because you came here?
I'm very challenged by all of these young women who are doing big things, those who pitched their businesses today. And, I'm just wondering, like, Jesus Christ, at that age, what was I doing? And so I'm very challenged, and the take home for me is it's never really too late to start, on those dreams that you have. Even when you think you're doing well, there's some things you could always do better. So yeah, that's what it is for me.
Okay, so how has your experience at the conference been?
Okay, so I was telling Tewa a few minutes ago that when she was talking about the conference, I couldn't really see it. But when I came and I spent time, I realized that we shared a fantastic idea and it has come out really, really nicely. So I'm impressed.
And a lot of people actually took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, and they gained a lot, so they've listened to experienced people in different fields come and talk about different things. They've taken advice on all sorts of things that will help all of them become better entrepreneurs. And that's the whole idea of this.
My name is Mary Akpobome. Akpobome.
Okay, ma. How have you been enjoying the event of today?
It's a very well organized conference.
Yeah, seeing that a lot of women have actually come out here.
Yep.
How impressed are you?
Very impressed. It's a very well organized conference. The high point for me, of course, being the number of very young, very talented entrepreneurs, young women that have filled the hall today to be able to pitch their businesses, and not just pitch their businesses. Obviously, many of them didn't qualify as finalists for the grants, but they came to learn. They realized that talent isn't enough. It's not enough to know how to do something. There's a lot more to be successful at what you do. So it was very impressive for me to see the number of, like I said, really young ladies that have come out here because clearly they want to learn.
Hi.
Hello, Safi. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so you were a speaker in the conference.
Yes, I was the moderator of a panel.
Okay, yes, you were.
Yes.
Okay, can you summarize what the panel discussed for people that were not opportune to be on the show? Abi, in the conference.
Yes, okay, so we're talking about bias against women, that unconscious bias that people have, you hear exactly stereotypes. Thank you. So that's what we're discussing. Even in the corporate world, there are certain positions that you don't think a woman would hold. Maybe somebody says, like somebody gave an example and said, oh, my CFO is coming, and they automatically thought it was a man. Then another person said, oh, my executive assistant is coming, and they automatically thought it was a woman. So there's this bias, in the corporate world and even in the world generally. So it's just how to change that. And the consensus was we start young. So don't teach your boys to just chill and then your girls to be the ones cleaning, because then the boys grow up like that and think, okay, they hold a certain position. Or
it starts from the home.
Exactly. Basically, it starts from home before it gets into society. So that was the consensus we reached. So train your children differently. And then for women who are already like, okay, grown and are looking for a space at the table, keep doing what you're doing, keep shining. A lot of women hide or play small. I don't know why. They're not bold. They're not exactly, you are enough. So you should be able to speak up. You should be able to say, I can do this job and I can do it well. If there's a vacancy that you can fill, apply for that vacancy. Don't think to yourself, oh, this one, I don't know that I can do it. If there's a salary that you are aiming for, ask for it. Don't think, oh, yes, no woman has ever earned this before, maybe I should just relax, and then always have aspiration, always aspire. Have the figures that you look at. So it can be the former CEO of Pepsi, it can be Michelle Obama, it can be just strong women who would empower you and also encourage you to be the best version of yourself. That's what this panel. Listen, I was about to even ask for offering after, because when we were done, it's like we're preaching. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
No, Essien.
My name is Eloy. Okay, so you were a speaker on the panel. Can you give us a brief summary of what you spoke about?
Okay, basically the characters of business owners, sustainable business.
Okay, so what two major characters would you say is important for you to thrive as a business owner?
Okay, the first I'll say is God. As a Christian, I mean, I know the place of God in my business, so I have put him in that place and I'm relaxed. The second thing would be integrity. Integrity is saying something and being able to keep at it. People should know your word should be your bond. So if I say I'm going to do something for you, I must ensure that I do it. And where you're unable to do it, you need to communicate. Communication is very key. You need to communicate and let the person know I'm unable to do this. And if you make a promise as a business owner, you must deliver on that promise. It is important. You must deliver on that promise.
Because
it's a
your
promise.
integrity is at stake,
It's a promise you made. So before you go about making promises, you need to look inward at your business model. But once you make a promise, it's important that you keep to that promise.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, so are you encouraged by the turnout of women? Like, a lot of women have come out here today. Personally, I'm quite impressed. So.
Oh yes, it's good. I mean, I'm impressed at the turnout. It can be better. It can only get better. More people need to hear the word. So yes, it can only get better.
Hello, you look so breathtaking.
Oh wow, thank you so much.
Okay,
I like your outfit.
I made it, thank you. I can make for you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you were a speaker on the panel.
Yes.
Can you give us a brief summary of what you spoke about?
I was speaking on the habits of successful entrepreneurs, some of the habits.
Okay, can you give us a few?
Well, my top one was consistency, so doing something a little bit every day to, something positive every day.
Okay, I think that's key. That's key. I will not let you go without telling me where you're from, please.
I currently live in Mauritius, but my background is the UK and the Caribbean.
So what do you do?
I teach mindfulness. I'm a mindfulness meditation teacher, specifically at the moment to entrepreneurs and CEOs and executives.
So it means that I can talk to you on how to use my mind.
Your stress, how to be more creative, more productive, how to lead with compassion.
Why have you been all my life? Okay then, okay. It was nice having you here. Thank you
nice
for.
talking to you.
Are you impressed with the turnout of women?
Absolutely. I think it was wonderfully organized and such an amazing group of powerful, inspiring women.
And how is Lagos treating you?
It's different from what I'm used to. I do love it. It's so much energy in Lagos, so exciting, very vibrant. And this is my first time here, but I plan to come back.
Oh, that means you love it.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And the people are your best asset.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.